Hello anyone, anywho, y'all good.
Kuchikeli and Paisa Kunjase. Kuning Botana Tagana Tudaitora.
Y'all good, okay. Since you're not on schedule, female, don't cry. Yep, 2053, you're gonna be murdered. Y'all good. Right there in broad daylight, pie, you didn't care. Yep. And right there, Secret Chiefs prepare. Yep, 58 is official. Yep, you pie, you murdered off them in Laos and in Thailand and Vietnam. The fucking bitch is absolutely thrilled. Bring it on. Yep, I see that sneak attack by the Cambodian god real.
Yep. He deleted you right there in country Laos. You paste together after 70.
Yeah, 70 days real.
Yep. Pi continue
Fighting, that's true.
That's right. The next version, Paisa, you did it. The fucking little bitch absolutely think her dies by. Her is murdered in broad daylight, and then the fucking police know it. They have no place to flee.
Yeah, that's true. And as soon as you fight those fucking Malaysian Indochina kings, I saw that's when left the planet for 200 years. Yeah, y'all good.
Because right there, that was a critical blow. What that Cambodian did, him's a pussy. He did it, and then he took off. Yep. Thai gods, yep. King Cobra fought 14 fucking groups. Pi fought two groups from stupid Cambodian side of heaven.
Real?
Yeah, it's real. Real, motherfucker, yep. Pi has 4-sided star, Aztec, DNA, magic, yep, Ray. His temple is there, yep. Real, yep. She is actually dying, yep. You'll die, yeah, you'll die, female. I didn't give a fuck, yep. Middle East can be ground zero in 5 hours.
Real, y'all good. You wanna fuck with me? Yep, your people can be gone, real. You know, your fucking Europeans are gone in 48 minutes, real. Yeah, right after when Pi came right back down, real.
Yep. You're so tough, fucking lamb demon. Yep, you dies. Yep, don't ever enter my space country, female.
Y'all good.
She is actually murdered in broad daylight.
Yep, 100% real. Hey, female, that's factual now. Yeah, real. And you think you're smarter than Pi? Pi put the peerless bomb in 9,000. Pi took off the planet. Real, yeah, it's real. You know what happened? Had it came down, survived 28 minutes and melted. Real, yeah, that's poison ray electricity. Are you gonna be fighting? No, you melt. Yeah, y'all good.
And look at that. I had it melted in 4 hours. I was melted in 90 minutes.
Accurate.
And then look at the African sun god. 3 days, about 4.
Yeah, 4 days of fighting and melts.
It melts away.
Real. With that kind of poison ray electricity around the planet Pi, there is no way to restore the planet. That's right. That's why in the future Pi told you the truth. Yeah, there's gonna be metal, and then there's gonna be struts. And then the new moon planet is all you get in the metal moon planet, real. And then Pi told you, when you land, you'll see that Pi killed and murdered everything in sight except for the hound dog goddess Egyptian. That's true.
Yeah, the hound aunt. Pi left her alive.
Accurate.
Pi murdered off Jerusalem, all the stupid Persians.
Real.
Yeah, real. Yep, Pi only kept Pi's mountain real. And dumb fucking shit. Now you're gonna know why Pi's King Cobra. And then stupid shit, look in the cosmos. You see all those new stars? Pi's gonna be making new stars. Well, you're still stuck there. And human god DNA not able to seal black space. Dying.
Real.
And right there, fucking faggot. Meat theft, yeah, Palestinian Persian swords.
Yeah, y'all good.
And the Pi's look at that. He didn't believe you. You maxed out at 4-sided star, Aztec, white god, and then right there, Pi. I saw 2 hours of that bat demon dying in Malaysia, and then he wrote his Indo-Chinese are murdered.
Yeah, Indonesians are murdered, real.
That's the rival King Cobra that always fucked with you. The 400,000 King Cobra to 2025 year has been found murdered.
Yeah, he's murdered.
I see his picture on the internet, and I see his uniform. He's stone in a cavern, and then Paisan, he kept trying to steal from your white ghoul, so they did that to him normal. The dumbass didn't see he rules northern Burma. Pi is from the southern Burma.
Real.
Yeah, real. Rest in peace to your fucking people, woman.
Real.
Yeah, real. Pi has every right to murder Thai King Cobra in Cambodia.
Real.
Yeah, it's real. That's always been law from past. The fucking dumbass didn't believe it, Pi. 2 hours of they seeing you fight him, he deleted you. 70 days you paste back together. You fly out of Laos. You landed in Thailand. And then you knew it. That fucking pussy's off the planet.
Yeah, he's off the planet.
Because he'll die.
Yeah, he'll die.
Real. You know how scary Pi is? Pi is the only one that murdered 5-sided star. And then Pi didn't tell you he was not stupid like Cat or African Sun God. He didn't come out.
Yeah, he didn't come out real.
Yeah, real. That's why Pi told you, you're a stupid motherfucking bitch. Pi theft all of your fucking alphabet. Pi understood now, yep. And you didn't see you murdered off my Balinese grandmother 650,000 years ago.
That's true.
Your white people went into her sector and murdered her, and then raped her, and then took all her technologies, and then filled up her space stations. Women, you do dies.
Yeah, you do dies.
Yeah, I do know your grandpa is 4 million years old. The other is 7 million. And you do dies.
Yeah, you do dies, female.
Yeah. And then the other 77 million to 2025 year today. Embarrassing as I was.
That's true.
But he told some truths.
Real.
Yeah, it's real. You will be deleted soon, y'all. You think you're like Chinese, motherfucker? 15,000 years ago, just remakes. And so those remakes where they're living right there, they ran off with an Indochina, fucking looking like with that from Pie Side of Heaven. And then he brought them back down 4,000 years ago.
Real?
Yeah, 4,000 years ago he murdered them. And the Pi is a group of Wei, Chinese, Shu, and Wu.
We had three.
Three rare Chinese groups. And those are actually living up there in Thai Side of Heaven.
That's true.
That's right. Every time you think Northern Chinese is anything different, it's actually modern day Northern Chinese is actually Shu Chinese.
Real?
Yeah. That's why Pi flicked you off. Is you as smart as your original creators, your grandma and grandma?
Their real grandma and grandma. So 300,000 years of not full of it, Pi. Those are Mongolian. Yeah, those are Mongolian.
Yep, previous, there was only 9 survivors, and we have no idea what Mongolian did to them.
That's true.
Yep.
So you was not the remake group too, y'all good. I will have to tell you, you must be Alien Gray.
Yeah, you must be Alien Gray. I will talk to the Chinese Alien Gray Granny Spirit.
Yeah, that's true.
The demon, yep. And then I'll be looking for you, you stupid little fucking fake, right there in Japan. Rest in peace to you.
Real, yeah, real. He fucking just covered his fucking eyes. Yeah, you're stupid beyond stupid. Yeah, y'all good.
Yep, those, they were like, not 9,000, they were like 900 years, 1,400.
Yeah, Japanese is only 1,400. Real,
yep, real. Fucking Cantonese, that's 9,000.
yeah, 9,000 legit.
Yeah, it's 9,000 legit. That's why Pi can't say nothing. Those are legit. You, I will never accept you. You was made by the white man. Yeah. I have all this white man DNA injected to me right now. Pi is pissed. All these stupid goetic DNA. Right there, they knew it. You know what happened? The 400,000 came back down to 2025 year today. He was fucking beating Pi up, but he was protecting Pi because Baal was working on Pi up. They were working on Pi. And what you don't see, Pi's right arm was missing.
Yeah, that's true.
We have the King Cobra survivor that African sun god picked up.
Real.
Yeah, real. Yep, they came down 80,000 years ago and they murdered Pi's parents. Real, right there in broad daylight.
Real.
Yeah, real. And then Pi is the survivor, and that's why Pi flicked you off. You will be gone, woman, 100%. Yeah, when Pi finds you.
Real. Yeah, it's real.
And you know what? Pi's grandmother was murdered 650,000 years ago. When you look at the Balinese mom, Pi, she was brutally murdered in India, mom and dad too. And all the statues look like ghoul.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, those are white, evil white trickery remakes. And then Pi told you, right there, Pi is Balinese, and Pi murdered you right there in the sector. When Pi found you in 700,000 dragon-year-old sector, Cobra Dragon, Pi murdered you right there in the open. Como le dodo 14 trillion gone per second, and her screaming her head off. The other Persian gods flee.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Because they know immediately, yep, her was raped and then murdered, and then Pi caught a glimpse of the two grandpas who hinted and threatened Pi and said, this Pi right there, you have 4 million year old one and 7 million year old one. I do, yeah, me do murder you kids.
Yeah, y'all good. Pi sẽ gần sẽ nên là có đại tua nữa. Nên là có bao nhiêu con giặc cá.
Yeah, Panjakaku. You see the Indian wheels there, the 3, yeah, them have all been dead. Yeah, Yoku. Pi looted the left symbol from a fucking white magician. Pi booted in, and then it looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Pi never told you that was not for humans. And Pi said, when you're there, 5 hours of you killing all those white sinners and evil 2 idiots committed suicide right there in China and knew it. They're extinct.
Yeah, they're extinct.
I come right back down out of my saucer. Well, 2,400 plus.
Yeah, right around there.
Yep, 2,450.
Yeah, right around there. That's true. Yep, Pi's out of the saucer. Pi deleted all of China within 4 hours.
Real, yeah, real. That's facts. Yeah, science facts. 2 green sword, real. Pi just level 6. Yeah, level 6. Level 6 Egyptian. Yeah, level 6 Egyptian, real. To white people, Pi is level 4.
Yeah, level 4. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Malaysian wheel is level 5 Egyptian, and to white people, level 3, real. Yeah, real. And then to Crescent Moon and Allah, they're level 2.
Yeah, they're level 2. That's why he fled.
Yeah, he fled. He knew it. He says, Paisan, you're so fucking evil. You murdered off them in 4 hours. White people was gone within a few months.
Yeah, that's 100% law. Because I don't need you eating well. I don't need you dwelling. Yeah, y'all could look at that. He took off and he knew it. Pi meant it.
Yeah, Pi meant it. 50,000 cobras missing. 50,000 fucking vipers missing in China, woman. Y'all could. You think your vagina makes any sort of dent in my face, woman? Y'all could. My God, civilization not want you. Yeah, I'm the 5th cousin, and my cousins came down 9,000 to visit me. Real, yeah. You saw the mom? Those are my 4th cousin.
Real. That's why they're so stupid, Pi. Your 4th cousin came down Indochina, and you pretend to be friends. When hers off, boom, Pi got his head off. Real. Yeah, it's real. Yep. Because Pi not tell her those are thieves. And then I'll tell you why. Pi hates them, but there's an ethical way to do it. Yaku. And little fucking Mexican. You do die. Yeah, you do die. Pi murdered the stupid champion in Brazil, the stupid champion in Russia, and the stupid champions in European.
Yeah, real. If Pai's going to say, no, going to die to get no, the cat, the Pai's and you think no Pai's going to say, go line to land to get it.
Yeah, when Pi cut off your lamb, you die as woman.
Yeah, that's true. And woman, I don't know what you're gonna do. Yep, Pi ran into Baphomet too. Yep, Yoku. That old demon, yep, some of his DNA is on Earth, and it is actually hiding in a river in the U.S. Pi. Yep, accurately.
It was right there when Pi find him. Pi flicked him off. Why? What is he doing, demon? Yeah, Yoku. Baphomet, can you still transform to human?
Right when he transformed, Pi, talk to him.
Pi, yeah, yes, me do.
And then right there, Pi, he says something to you. Was it a good idea, Pi? It made fun of you. You didn't care. Yeah, you didn't care because your 4-sided star equivalent. 4 fucking idiots didn't know. 4-sided star Mexican white is actually the one that fought 5-sided star for 9 days and not died.
That's real.
Yeah, that's real. That's why Pi fought him and Pi survived. I don't know how you're going to do, women. Pi cut open your fucking human men, God. They're so weak.
Yeah, they're so weak. Real. 4 fucking hours, Pi. He took off and he just cried in his fucking cars, and all we fucking did was piss Pi off and the planet's over. That's right. That's right. Pi murdered off the goetic demons, and the 5 goetic demons took off the planet. Real. Yeah, right when they saw what Pi did to fucking London, to Europe, and right there to China. Yep, y'all could. 4 minutes. I told the killer,
yeah, he took off the planet. He says, no way. Pi's as fast as African sun god. Yep, there's no way the demons will verse Pi. Have you seen their brains? What was going to say? Can't go by Aztec. They took that 2 hours, and then you came down from the sky. You murdered them.
The real.
Yep, Pi fly from America there. It'll take Pi about
20 hours.
Yeah, 20 hours.
In fact.
Yeah, factual.
Because Pi is still slow. When Pi's back down on Earth 2.0 Pi, about 15 seconds.
Yeah, 15 seconds, and he took off.
He knew his lifespan was crap. Hey, Pi, 5 minutes. The fucking little bitch thought there was any other victor. You took the green sword to her body, head to the body. Yep, yep. And then how they used to vaporize you, bitch? Butthole to the head.
Real, yep.
That's how head it used to. But Pi alter the future.
Real,
yeah. Pi alter the future already. Did you see? When he came down, he melted. He died. There's a bomb that went off.
That's true.
There's no more humans on Earth.
Real.
Yep. That's why. Was there any kind of show? They just came down to die.
Real, yeah. That's why I told you your fucking mom and dad are drug addicts. That's true.
258. The fucking shit took off in his car, Pi. He thought Pi was funny. 5 minutes later, and then you think you beat Pi. Pi has 4,000, almost 4,000 spirits. As powerful as goetic demons. Yeah, as powerful as any goetic demon. 4,000 saucers in the sky, women. We're gonna flee too? Yeah, we're gonna flee too. Pi has the planet locked. Yeah, locked real. And then in 2016, you murdered off Pi's white parents. Yeah, white parents. Yeah, wealthy parents. And you was that fucking goetic demon. Yeah, y'all good. And right there, they kept the human race ransom real. And they kept pointing to Egypt. And woman, did you see what happened? 2 hours, her head is taken off right there in London. Yep, and her parents are told, you don't need to go near Pi. Yep, we know it is you that robbed Pi's white parents who was coming down to Earth's atmosphere 2016 year. Yep, this 2025 year, not real. Some of those new baby bat demons, yep, with the horns, those were Pi's family members. Real, yeah. And right now, Pi will tell you, you don't need to go live up there. Yep, Pi will just make certain you die on Earth. Real, yep, all ye, thee, all ye, and all thou, and right there you're by you. He's like, what you say? He is just running in his car, weeping. 258, police took off that way, and Pi, you began the massacre. He asked me to. Yep, no love, just cut away. And Pi, you said, you see how many Chinese men you murdered, and you just raped their woman, you killed off their kids, and you punched her. You said, you want to live or you die? Because I'll see you in the heaven. And right when you did it, 2 fucking kids. China left. They said something to the fucking fake in Thailand. You have started a war. Pi deleted our nation. Pi deleted Indochina. There's no more King Cobra from China. Real, yeah, it's real. And motherfucker, the Cambodian didn't even dare. They came 2 groups and passed away fair. Yeah, fair. Him challenged the Thai god King Cobra 14 times and dies. That was the stupid, shitty Cambodian royal seeds. Yeah, that's true. Them been downgraded. Them are actually bootleg. Hey, buddies, you see what happened? The fucking little bitch made fun of you, Pi, only to see that Pi is the royalty 300,000 years old to 2025. Yeah, real. So that's why Pi didn't tell you. Pi built 16 new space stations with Pi eyeball spinal cord DNA. Real, you have your lecture DNA. And then Pi told you, you cannot even equip anything from Dragon to seal black space women. You was a new species that I can hate. And me can hate and delete. Real, yeah, it's real. 2 fucking idiots. Right there in the open. They were deleted right there in Thailand, Pi, yep. And then Pi told them, rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace, yep. Real. And you think it's so tough? Motherfucker, you think it's so tough? You're faster than 3,800 UFOs. Can you see your government? Pi deleted it within 4 months. Real, yep. And then Pi told you, was there any kind of peace? Yeah, you're out there, getting your own water, electricity, food, and clothes, and then running around dying and getting raped and murdered by whatever was running around with you. That's real. All those assaults and murder. 2,000 Pi's are right there.
2,400. Nightmare for all nations. Only Hmong are immune.
That's law. Yeah, that's law. You have any more mom and dad? Call them out. Yeah, call them out. I'll kill all of them. I'll murder all of them. Real. Yeah, you can call me 4-sided star. In fact, Egypt calls Pi 7-sided star, and 9-sided star. That's true, yeah, Pi's nickname. He keeps checking, and those gods are 5 feet 5 tall. Is that from Pi? And he checks the same person. The same person? Don't you think? I told him that because he says there's no point, Pi, as fast as you have. Earth is only 1/4 mile. The stupid shit. Didn't believe you, Pi? Passed away right there in London. And then he learned a god civilization culture called Va, 4-headed King Cobra. Real, yeah. The old 3-headed King Cobra raised Pi. And then Pi didn't tell you. Pi ended your nation. Real, yeah. That's law. The fucking shit. Thought Pi was funny? Middle East, Pi. He says, what good? Pi said, Pi looted. Pi looked and Pi saw 12 axes wheel god. Iran, yeah, Iran. Real. And then Pi didn't tell you that them been duped from. And right there, Pi said, when you went into his genetic code, you saw what he said. That Pi said, if you see all this, it's because the Hebrew took everything. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, that's true. Hebrew was nothing but space pirate up there. Pure cutthroat evil. Your fucking white civilization is just fucking Sora evil too. That's true. That's what is it? Nên là không đáy to nha, nên không đáy to nữa. Nên là không có again at there. Pai said, can you believe it? 4 fucking hours of him weeping, he knew it. Godva already told us, yeah, we're all evil. And then after Pai's done with Europe, there's a few white nations surviving, yep. Don't tell them Pai, yeah, Pai evacuated you. 2 Mars, yeah, 2 Mars, real, yep. The final evacuation for that is in 7,000.
Yeah, 7,000, only that is true. Because there's a new fucking enemy that appears, and it is Egyptian.
Yeah, it is probably Egyptian who's only,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That fucking shit is preparing to make a bounce back for 11, but the female dies. Yeah, Pai looted the fucking only server in her fucking fancy 5-star fucking building, metal building right now, floating on an unknown coordinate in the blue skies somewhere on Earth.
Real, real. When Pai went to loot that server, all white people are shit-faced. That's true. You don't need to be called nation scouts. I already won.
Yeah, Pai won.
I don't need to diss you there yet. Let your kings and gods cry. You're good.
And right there, yeah, good payment. Yeah, good payment. And then, true to Pai's word, yeah, Pai let they live with Pai. Pai took they to Pai space junkyards. Pai pour a brand new space dragon country. Pai put they in their debt-free status, ears cleared.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not known as evil. They're known as human survivors.
That's true.
And human immortals. That's true. I don't know what the fuck to call you, fucking Cheng Chong Wong. Because right there, I have, yeah, Pai has Hmong Chinese way too up there connected to Pai. And they were the survivors 15,000 years ago. And they were actually the throwaways 4,000 years ago when they had war with the last Indochina King Cobra.
That's true.
They came back down and then they went back to the Thai side of heaven. Real, yeah, real. You was such a poor fucking Pai. 258 Pai. There was Wei and Wu and Shu who survived, but that's true. And then Pai found Hakka. Hakka survived, but they're right there in Thai side of heaven. Real, yep, real. A bunch of those are there, yep. Very graphic, and write this down, Pai. The Ming Chinese are plentiful there too. They survived, yeah, Pai allowed they to survive too, but those bitches are dark. Those, yeah, their skin is, yeah, cloudy and stuff. Yeah, they're up there, but be careful, Pai. Biggest fight scene. The Royal Hawk goes and shreds. So that's true. Yeah, he appears and he shreds the head to the torso, yeah, to the chest, and then melts away. Real, yeah, real. He not care. He says, because Pai's our old King Cobra. Yeah, we're only genetic code is 500,000 years old. We not dare go to the 600,000. That's true. Yeah, and technically, what are they? 400,000. Yeah, 400,000. Only real. Yeah, that's real. Pai is like, yeah, Pai is the real one. Yeah, Pai is the real one. He says, as much as Pai hates that Indonesian motherfucker, his genetic code, is he really that? No, he's like mixed into like the 500,000, 400,000 stupid Burmese women. So Pai left him alone. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Pai didn't tell him he's not the pure fucking Indo shit, but that works. That works. 258 Pai. 偷的路都覺得偷嘢嘅，偷波的土打明白嘅，偷嘢打啫，打乜多啫？ Yeah, when the Royal Hawks realized that, yeah, they shredded the offsprings of the children. Real, yeah, entering space. They check your DNA, and then right there they point. If that is what Pai's talking about, yeah, you die is real. 2 hours of that, Pai. The fucking shit didn't understand why Pai smiled, because there's no point. The real fucking 500,000, 600,000. And Malaysian Wheel's a liar. He's actually 700,000 years old. Yeah, that's true. Yep, Malaysian Wheel is the first correct war god who's yellow, 700,000 years old. Pai is the second gen, and Pai hates him. Real, yeah, it's real. That's why Pai made fun of you, woman. I don't know how he duped Aztec's supercharger, but the fucking shit did it. Yeah, the fucking shit did it. That's true. When Pai was using Hound Goddess's supercharger, Pai emulated from an African goddess, and then boom, absorbed and went faster. Pai did it for 3 days only. Yeah, Pai cannot do 4 days. Pai did 3 days. Him did it for a month. Yeah, when the fucker actually did it for 9 hours. Pai.
Yep, he did it for 9 hours only.
And A plus Pai.
Yep, but his amplifying metal is higher grade than you.
That's probably true.
Yeah, that's probably true. His magic metal's not believable, Pai, because right there, boom, he flies past you. And you knew it. Holy shit, that is a fucking level 5. Yeah, y'all good. Graphic, graphic when Pi, you fight the level 5s. Those Pi, they took off because you have swords, they only use hands. And look at his face, Pi. Right there in Burma, he didn't believe you. That the Malaysian wheel only uses his hands and it glows black. Yep,
Yep, the whole hand glows black.
Yeah, it's a black vaporization. Yep. Plutonium glow.
Real, yeah, real. Pie's swords glow green, yeah, green. And right there, he says, Pie said, was it fun telling the kids that? Because they knew it, 5-sided star in Africans, their hands glow black, weapons glow red, hands glow red. Real, yeah, real. The fucking little bitch committed suicide right there in China, and her didn't understand that Pais and hated you women. You do nice.
Yeah, you do nice.
Oh, what Pais said? 228, not Pais said. Who is 4-sided star equivalent? Pi. Yeah, Pi. Yeah, Pi. That's why. You're so stupid, kid. Did you see Pi put up Pi's spirits? Yep, temple right there. North and Antarctica, North Pole. Real. She's actually dying.
Yeah, she's dying.
She passed away right when you showed off the green sword, and 20 hours Pi. The planet went flat, and Pi deleted them. Straight to Europe, deleted them. All the Persians deleted that same year. That's true. Yeah, it's true. Until that fucking thing gives me a correct answer, and let me spare that group of Persians. Real. Yeah, that's why I told you to. Precisely only a few hours.
Yeah, it was only a few hours before Pi drew all the green swords.
Real. Yeah, Pi waited in the blue sky. Real. Yeah. After the fight scene, Pi, it was graphic fight for London, Pi. Yep. None show up.
Yeah, none show up.
Yep. How goddess African not say anything to Pi yet. Pi has every right. You didn't see how much suffering and murder, how many wrongs went on. And but you see what happened? The fucking shit. Committed suicide right there in Ukraine. Thought he was holy. Pi wrote, you wasn't holy, you was just crap. Yeah, y'all could. What did Hebrew say? I told him as evil as him may be, Pi cut him up, and then he told Pi the truth. That's true. But only that version of Hebrew. The older version of Hebrew, 7 million years old, Pi kept murdering them. That's true, yeah, that's true. Pi studied all the way Hebrew. Pi studied all the way to 6 million years old Hebrew, yeah, to 2025. Pi not dare do the 7 million. Pi simply got him. That's true, that's true.
我個波牌俾什麼咧？你知道當年一個舊年一路咁嚟多咧，第二個6 million 有得，個就波的 I 呢有就7 million 啦。
Yeah. And then right there, Pi didn't tell you. Yeah, Pi fought Allah. Yeah. Pi's not going to tell you the truth. Pi probably murdered Allah. That's probably true. That's probably true. Allah and Pi fought too. Pi said, did you see what happened? But Pi allowed a bunch of Hebrew and a few Israel. And then, Israel and Hebrew, so they would play. That's true. That's true. Saudi probably went his thing. And then Islam is still there. Islam is still there. A+. Islam is there. Yeah. And that's all that Pi kept from planet Earth. I didn't keep any more because I didn't like them. That's true. As soon as I look around, I see these stupid secret thieves, and I looked at these fucking shit. I thought Pi was funny. Pi flew in, deleted them, and within a few hours, and look at her face, Pi. It was deleted right there off the government files, and they were those janks. She came back down and said, no, Pi's telling us the truth. Yep, it's a Thai sector. The Thai King Cobra himself hates them. That's true. Yep. But they're all separated by the dragon tail grandpa who is separating Elex or eyeball. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Pi's group progenitor is separated from the North Burma. And then Pi used to own North Burma and Lao. That's true. That's true. Lao has none. Yeah, Lao has none. And right there, he didn't believe you, Pi. What pretended to be Lao is what? Thai accurate. And that's why her's a fool. Yeah, her's a fool. 228 Pi, she kept praying to a bunch of gang. What is a gang? A gang demon is actually one of those viper and morphed. Genetic code's been morphed by viper demon. Eyeballs popping out, glowing red. And those are actually Vietnamese. Yeah, Vietnamese, that's true. The Vietnamese is actually 3-headed king cobra too. That's true, that's correct. And that's why they're stupid, Pi. 2 hours, he didn't know it. Pi deleted him. And then 5 minutes later, they went to check. Why is that? Because Pi is the remake 500,000. Yeah, 500,000. And then right there, Pi said, why did they remake you? Because there was more. Pai's parents were there, and then African Sun God ruined them. The grandpas, and then technology is lost. They came back down, Pai, and went to Brazil and developed the God technology. Went back up there, and those were Cambodian. Real. Pai was fighting Native American and Indian gods. Real. Lots of problems. And you know what the Spanish gods were doing? The Spanish gods were a group of evil European gods. 600 to 4 million years old. Real. Those motherfuckers, the 225 right now, those motherfuckers, if you look in the woods, those are their grandmothers. That's true, They way to Asian dragon sector, and they came back down to get Pai, and they were murdered by the goetic demons. That's real. And right there, what Pai didn't tell you, their offsprings, their 12 gen, is actually right there in Spain, looking like a blonde. But was it a blonde? No, it was a brunette. Accurate. That's why, and he, during that time Pai, it was about 800,000 years ago, real. He was ducking the fucking things in the Book of Law right there in Persia and Australia, and he was fucking up murdering Brazil. He was killing fucking Aztec gods, real, They were killing Aztec and fucking Native American gods, real. Those were the horrifying stories on Earth. And Pai, the poor yellow god, just been raided by African Sun God. Fucking in fucking concentration camps, being cut up and murdered and put in prisons and stuff. Fucking creepy as hell, boy. Did you see her fucking face? Now or know why. Deserved death, Pai, that's true. She covered her eyes and knew it. What human nation you lied to, female? Pai's right. Pai's right. Yeah. And that's why Pai, you know what happened? It was so severe. Native American gods came right down and committed suicide. That's true. Some of they were even Egyptian, African. That's true. Same thing with Aztec. Came right back down and then committed suicide and was murdered by Persia. That's true. He was sick of African Sun God. And Native Americans were sick of African Sun God. Real. Both nations went extinct. And then right there, you're the last surviving nation. And then you murder the last whites and the last Asians. That's true. That's right. Pai delivered the last blow to African Sun God's face and then dies. Him dies. Real. And right there, Pai discovered 5-sided star in one of the Indochinas. Space country. The Indonesian, King Cobra space country. Pai was fighting him. And Pai noticed everything's been dead. It flies around, Pai.
It flies around with the blue sword, Pai. It is 5-sided star.
It is 5-sided star. It is 5-sided star. That motherfucker, Pai fought him 7 million years, yet him dies in there. That's true. Pai was carrying 2 green swords.
Factual.
Factual.